Our whole focus is on finding out what the person's problem is and then suggesting a range of treatments that they may be interested in.
I feel fantastic. I have a different lease on life. I can wake up in the morning and I'm not preoccupied with something so insignificant as my hair.
And what they say at the National Hair Institute is so true. If you look good, you feel great and your confidence shows.
Today we'll be speaking to a wide variety of people about the subject of hair loss. History has shown us many solutions to male pattern baldness. The benefit for you today is that we've come a long way. Many of these past solutions either don't work or simply don't look natural. Today we show you the only hair loss solution that achieves a completely natural look, and most importantly, it's permanent. Male pattern baldness affects 40% of all men before the age of 40. In 95% of these cases, baldness is caused by hormones. Once hair loss begins, it continues in a natural progression. There aren't too many options for the prevention or concealment of hair loss. The hair loss industry is huge. There is no shortage of ways to either treat or conceal this natural progression known as hair loss. But there is no 100% cure. Using a hairpiece or wig was once one of the most popular methods of concealing hair loss. Other methods, such as hair implants, involved artificial fibres being inserted into the epidermis of the scalp. Most methods available today require much ongoing maintenance. Now there's a permanent way to avoid the embarrassment of going bald and keep your youthful appearance. Keep watching to find out how.
We lose our hair because of our parents. We've got the wrong genes, and also because we're male. That's really what it's all about. And if you're female, you can lose your hair, but a much lesser percentage.
The main reasons that most of us lose our hair is because of what's called androgenetic alopecia, where we have a combination of two factors occurring, which is a set of genetic factors where we inherit a genetic predisposition to hair loss. The other factor is a hormone called DHT, which is a breakdown product of testosterone. It's created through an enzyme called 5-alpha reductase in our scalp hair follicles. What it does through its production is attacks genetically predisposed hair follicles, and we get a process of hair follicle miniaturization over a period of time. And then what we have happening is that the hair in those regions changes, and there are a number of different events that occur. We have this progressive miniaturization of the hair follicles, so we have more hairs in a shedding phase. The hairs that regrow become finer or thinner. They then start to sit flatter to the scalp, and then they can also become less pigmented as well.
So this is the problem. You've got the number of hairs being reduced, and you've also got the volume of hair being reduced because the diameter of the hair is less.
What we don't know for any one individual is how much hair loss they're going to have over their life and how rapidly they're going to get there. But the mechanism is one of genetics and hormones.
The hair loss in men is generally a receding pattern, a bitemporal recession there, and then the crown starts to go, and then they meet up and you get a typical U-shaped pattern of hair loss. The women tend to retain their front line, and then they thin through the top here.
The hairs in the back of an individual's scalp are DHT resistant, and they will continue to grow throughout your lifetime and stay healthy and DHT resistant throughout your lifetime. And this effect forms the basis of hair transplantation for us. It's a surgical procedure that involves us taking hair from someone's donor region at the back of the head where they have this DHT resistant hair, and then relocating it to areas in which they're undergoing male or female pattern hair loss.
There are of course other methods to prevent androgenetic alopecia. Minoxidil is a topical solution applied twice daily. Finasteride is a drug which blocks the formation of DHT. These are two of the only medically proven methods of prevention of hair loss. Just like most medications, these methods don't work for everybody. The National Hair Institute understand this. They also understand that these methods can be expensive in the long term, and of course are not permanent.
Certainly, historically, there's been a number of different things that have been used in terms of trying to restore hairlines and improve androgenetic alopecia, particularly for males. In the past, there's been the usage of things such as scalp reductions and rotational flap grafts that have been done. From there, we progressed through to then the stages of punch grafts which were done.
And typically at that time we were transplanting 4 to 5 millimetre grafts containing 15 to 25 hairs. And that's typical of the dots and the rows that you'll see with the old transplants. Then it was quarter grafts and then mini grafts, and now we've got follicular unit grafting in which the hair is transferred exactly as it's growing, be it 1, 2 or 3 hairs. This is the smallest graft that we can put in that will give us 95 to 100% growth. The beauty of hair transplantation is that it is permanent. The hair will continue to grow as long as it would have grown at the back.